Greetings, guys. Well, I have just booked a cruise for £488. Bonkers. Now, a couple of things. One, it's a solo cruise, and that's the price I paid, so no single supplement. Two, it's for 14 days. Now, in this video, I'm going to tell you what's included, and we'll have a look at the dining, because if any of you have travelled with NCL, with Norwegian, I'm not going to tell you the itinerary in this video, that will come in the next video, but in this video I'm going to tell you what I've got included for £488, the dining options, and what I think I'm going to spend. But also, if any of you have been on a Norwegian ship, and you can advise me in the comments of some options below. But before we get into what's included, I suppose I really need to explain the thumbnail for you. Because who is that young fella in his sombrero? And what on earth does that have to do with me booking a cruise for £488? Well, you see, that handsome young devil is me. And that was taken on a cruise ship. That was when I worked for Celebrity Cruises. And that was in 1994 when I was running the Tex-Mex Margarita Bar on board the Celebrity MV Horizon. If anyone's cruised on the MV Horizon, please let me know in the comments. Anyway, that explains the thumbnail. But let me tell you what I'm going to get for my £488. I'm going to get accommodation. Now, I've gone, the cheapest thing they offered me is an inside double cabin. It's not one of the NCL solo cabins. It's a double inside cabin. I have bid on an upgrade. I have gone for £170 bid on an upgrade. I'm going to make a video about that because I'm also going to ask your advice on that. But I also get transportation to some of the most beautiful places on earth via the cruise ship. I will tell you the itinerary in the next video. Dedicated kids and teen ages 3 to 17 programming and spaces during its sea days until 10:30. Not sure that's going to particularly affect me, but if there's no, I'm not expecting kids to be running around at the end of November, so I don't think that's going to be a problem. Meals in one of our many complimentary dining venues, and we'll come to that in a couple of seconds. Room service menu, convenience charge may apply. Now, if you've been on Norwegian, what is the situation with room service? I imagine a cover charge, you know, a few dollars, $10, $15 for a room service order. I don't know. If you know, please let me know. But equally, it does seem that it's included. So if you just fancy a burger and make a video in your cabin, I think I can do it. We have an outdoor buffet. We have a pool bar and grill. We have a coffee bar. Now, regular coffee is included, but specialty coffees are not. Just as long as I can get English breakfast tea with milk. That's all I'm worried about. All entertainment on board with the exception of dinner and lunch theatre entertainment. Does anyone know what that means? If you do, let me know in the comments. Oh, it's free to go to the art auction. I don't know much about art, but I know what I like. And you won't be buying it on a ship. Poolside activities. I don't know, maybe. A few margaritas. You never know what might happen. Access to fitness facilities. I really need to be in the fitness facilities before I'm at the art auction. Sports court activities. Use of outdoor pools and hot tubs. We're crossing the Atlantic. Oh, I've given you a clue. We're crossing the Atlantic in November, December. So perhaps we might not be in the outdoor pools. In stateroom TV programming, except for on-demand movies. I'll download a load off Amazon. Phone calls on board the ship. Yep. And use of private studio lounge, staying studio accommodation on Norwegian breakaway, etc., etc. Now, I don't think that applies to me, although I don't know yet. So we'll see what happens. Suite guests definitely doesn't apply to me. But it does also include taxis, fees and port expenses. So basically, I can go on this ship and eat and soft drink and watch the shows and get off at the port and go and explore for my one price of £488. But then we come to the bit what it doesn't include. Service charges, tips, gratuities. Now, going back to that picture of me working on the ship, I know how important it is for crew to get their gratuities. It's pretty much the only way they get paid. Obviously, it's slightly different systems to the way I worked all those years ago, but it is important. Now, I think I'm going to prepay my tips, and I'll also take a wad of $5 bills with me to throw around like mere confetti. We have, so that's the service charge. Additional costs associated with free at sea or more at sea optional package selections. This is where I need your help. If you have booked the free at sea or the more at sea package, which gives you internet on board, I've got a solution for the internet, and I'll put that in the next video. Because their other package is $30 a day. Well, that's $400 for having internet when I'm on board. And I think I can actually do it for $60. But, as I said, next video. Exercise classes, sodas and some other non-alcoholic beverages, alcoholic beverages and meals in the specialty restaurants. We're not going to need babysitting service. I'm not going to do photography. I'm supposed to be able to do that myself, but you never know. So, laundry services, yeah, wash up in the sink. Anyway, so the specialty dining. Now, let me show you through the dining. So what I'm going to see on my screen, I'm going to pop up on the screen. Now, there's a specialty dining package. Now, as I said, I don't know whether to buy this free at sea package, which gives me internet, free alcoholic drinks, but that comes with an additional service charge of $20 a day. So, although I'd have the equivalent of $109 of spend every day for my $250, which sounds an absolute bargain, but I'm really not going to drink that much. I might have a good go at it 1 or 2 days, but not 14 days on the trot. Honest. But anyway, so that's that side of things. So basically, I don't really think the internet's that great unless people tell me different. I've got another option for the internet. The specialty dining charges, I've looked at the menus, and it's going to cost about $60. And I quite fancy some of the other dining. But anyway, let's have a look at the dining. So there are specialty dining packages from 2 to 14 days. Price per person, £90 to £428. And that would give me, so 2 meal specialty dining package is £90. And I think they work out individually about 50, 60. So I might just buy that 2-1 if I don't go for the free at sea. But anyway, so, and then I could buy 13 meal specialty dining package for £400. So if I wanted to do specialty dining every day, which I don't think I do, so we have got the Modano Churrascaria. Now that is £52, and that's our authentic Brazilian, I think they're a Brazilian churrasco in London and also in Rio. And the one thing I found about doing that, it's not a solo dining experience. I felt, when I was eating in Rio, when I was in London, I was with a girlfriend and her daughter, and when I was in Rio, I was on my own, and every other table was either couples, friends, or parties and groups celebrating. So unless I bump into some people on the ship and a gang of us decide to go there, I'll probably give that a miss. Sushi, I like it, but I'm not a huge fan, so I'm probably going to give that a miss. Now, this is something that grabs me. O'Sheehan's Bar and Grill. And that's an Irish pub, which apparently is open 24 hours a day. And you can get fish and chips there. And that's complimentary, that's included. So I could eat fish and chips every day for free in an Irish pub. Included in my £488. I'm getting quite excited by that. Then we have another restaurant, La Cucina. Buenos Aires, enjoy the finest ingredients at our vibrant Italian restaurant. Dine on Italian classics and indulge with a rich homemade tiramisu. That's not buzzing at me. That's really not grabbing me, and that's another one that's charges applied, so that's an individual menu. Cagney Steakhouse. Is anyone eating in Cagney Steakhouse? Let me know if it's worth it, because I've got 6 sea days and I kind of quite fancy a boozy red wine lunch, nice piece of steak, and go and sleep it off in the cabin. That's a plan. That is a plan. We have the Garden Cafe, which is one of the bigger restaurants. It's an indoor buffet restaurant serving up breakfast, lunch and dinner. So I imagine they probably will see me in there for breakfast, lunch and dinner. And then the other restaurant, variety of culinary delights with a contemporary flair. If that doesn't sound like me, I don't know what does. And this is the one that's really got me. It's called Le Bistro. It's French. And I'm just going to get the menu up. There is the Lotus Garden, Asian fusion. Got to have Asian fusion. Got to have a Chinese, haven't we? But I just want to get this Le Bistro up. And if someone tells me this isn't worth the money, please don't even bother leaving the comment. Because I'd rather be disappointed on the ship and spend the next month looking forward to it. Because the menu is it's just me. I used to live in France. I worked in French restaurants. My job on the cruise ship was actually as a sommelier. And I love classic French cuisine. And we've got it all. We've got steak tartare, which I don't love. Escargot. Burgundy sauce. Onion soup. Oh, I see. That's it. Those are two of my favourite starters. So I think I'm probably going to have to do the first sea day and the last sea day in here. Filet de boeuf. Côte de porc rôti. A rack of lamb. So I've got to have a rack of lamb. Now, I'm not sure if these prices are pounds or dollars. I think they're dollars. But, you know, I don't know how that package works. So if I buy the 2 speciality package, can I use it in here and then certain amounts included, or am I better off just paying? Anyone knows? Let me know. And desserts, marquis au chocolat, poire belle Helene, poached pear, basically. Oh, and an assiette de fromage, cheese and red wine. Yeah. See, I kind of like that. That's me dining. So anyway, this video is just basically telling you about my dining options, what I've booked for £488. And the next video, I will tell you about the itinerary, where we're going, and the itinerary is very special because 2 of the ports are places where I actually used to live. And so I'm going to tell some tales about what I got up to in those places, and some I will keep to myself. But anyway, if you want to know about that, do click the share button, click the like button, and you might want to follow the channel. There's loads of hotel reviews, flight reports, and all that sort of stuff. And obviously, this whole cruise trip is going to be documented in full on the channel. So click the subscribe button and make sure you click the bell, and then YouTube will notify you when the next video is coming up. And if you're watching this on TikTok, you can click the bell on TikTok. I don't know if you know that, but if you follow me, go to the profile, top of the screen, you'll see a bell, and then you can ask for every video to turn up in your FYP. And that way you'll see these videos, and of course, the daily, every other day vlog of the 14-day cruise. Anyway, thanks very much for watching. I'm going to go put all this together, and I will see you in the next video. Take care, guys. Bye for now.